I mean, I have this situation where my heart closes around certain people. And I realize it's because I'm afraid or I judge, because judge is related to fear, it's power, it's all that stuff. And so I've been working with it. I really have been working with it. And I've told you about what I've done in the past. Like for a long time, I had a lot of trouble with Caspar Weinberger, who was a Secretary of Defense that I really just didn't like. I mean, he wasn't an evil person, he was just wrong, you know. And so I couldn't open my heart to him. You know, I try and I couldn't. So I took his picture and I put it on my puja table. So that in the morning I'd light my incense and candles. Good morning, Christ. Good morning, Maharaji. Good morning, Mary and Anandamai Ma. And then, hello, Caspar. And I'd realize how far I had to go yet. Because all Caspar was, I mean, that's my guru in drag. My guru is at Central Casting Costume Place, and he says, I'll put on my Caspar Weinberger mask, and that'll get him. He'll think it's real. See? And I can't, I mean, if I met Caspar Weinberger, I'd go, you know, hello. What is that going to liberate him? That's going to reinforce his entrapment in Casparness. It's like His Holiness the Dalai Lama. When they said, are you angry with the Chinese? He says, no, that isn't practical. And it isn't. I mean, it's not going to make the Chinese open up more. And you can oppose somebody, because Kabir, the poet, had the great line, do what you do with another person, but never put them out of your heart. It doesn't mean you're a squash. It does, as my mother would say, don't be a squash. It doesn't mean you let people walk all over you and you don't stand up for them. Some actions stink and they hurt people. And when you see them, you want to stop them. And you often are an actor to stop it because it's the part you play in the drama. The question is, where is your heart in that process? Do you close your heart when you say no to somebody? And that's a key issue. If you look at the way you deal with people, when you say yes and you do give them what they want, you'll notice how open your heart is because you feel safe and loved. And the minute you say no, watch how you constrict a little bit and practice watching that. And get to the point where you can go inside and you can see the natures, the laws of the universe in which in this drama, my part is to say no. I'm saying no to your actions. I'm not saying no to you. It's like Gandhi said, the British must leave India, but they must leave as friends. And he was looking behind the veil. He was meeting people on two levels at once. He was available. And this is what we ultimately offer each other. It isn't that we don't oppose each other. It doesn't that we don't meet in all these different social roles with each other. It's that we work on our minds and hearts to create environments where other people are not trapped in a role or a definition, where we can meet as full human beings, where we can meet within the play and the dance of it all. Like you play tennis. You go out on the tennis court to compete. But the funny thing is you both collaborated to get onto the tennis court. So you're collaborating and you're competing, and that's called good sportsmanship. When you forget it, when you're just collaborative and not competitive, you give away the game. That's not right. When you're just competitive and not collaborative, you end up really a bad sport when you lose, or arrogant when you win. And there are all these ways in which we learn to work with two levels at once. But there are other levels too than just cooperation and competition. There's interdependency and there's unity and there's emptiness, and those are all equally true. And as you and I learn how to live simultaneously, we then become the instruments in a changing world to bring to that situation the kind of, the kind of equanimity, the kind of presence, the kind of joy, the kind of allowing for the mystery that allows us to be an instrument in the situation that relieves and brings about a harmonious situation and relieves suffering. And what you and I offer each other is ourselves as an environment. You don't have any moral right to force another person's consciousness to do this or that. You can legislate about their actions, but their consciousness is theirs. But you can create an environment where another person can come out and play if they want to.